Although admittedly I stuck around a little longer than usual because well, I have 3 days to run this thing and I'm only going 1,151 miles. So I figured I'd go ahead and try to put myself back on a daytime schedule because, you know, while I do love the fact that there's no traffic at all at night, so driving's easy, I just don't really like driving at night, to be honest with you. I mean, I like the perks of it, but my body doesn't like it. Like, yesterday morning was fine because I basically sucked down an energy drink. But the morning before that, my eyelids were drooping every now and then, and it just wasn't good. So yeah, there's that. But my camera is refusing to focus because it is too dark. Go figure. But yeah, it is 53 degrees. Can't even focus on that. I got more than enough time to deal with. I'm gonna get out and do a PTI so I can wake up. We're sitting at 614 right now, which is pretty decent. We'll see if we can hang on to that. This is a heavy load. My suspension's hanging up there, so. Oh, there, now you can see that better. I need to get fuel, but that's what the 101 miles is. Fuel stop in West Monroe, Louisiana. We'll see what happens. 7:36. Made it with ease to my fuel stop in Monroe. I now have full tanks. Well, as full as they ever get. And Subway! So my tank will be filled too. Anyway.
You have 5 hours and 40 minutes of remaining to drive.
Yeah. So we're gonna take that and roll with it. So I have made it to Fairview, Tennessee. This little Flying J stop, about 550 miles from where I started. And I'm staying here for tonight. 604 miles to go. What I can't decide on yet is whether I'm going to stay here tonight through tomorrow and leave out Sunday morning so I have a 34-hour reset starting on a Friday evening, or drive out of here tomorrow morning, get up to the Lowe's that I'm going to park at, which is 5 miles from the consignee in Murraysville, Pennsylvania, and wait there for the weekend to get a 34-hour reset there. Because I'm going to get a 34-hour reset no matter what I do, I think. Unless I don't end up getting there tomorrow night. Or actually, it's going to be tomorrow afternoon. Look at the time right now. It is 5:10. I got here about 30 minutes ago. Actually, I'm more like 45 minutes ago. So that's great. But I have 604 miles to go. Now, granted, I have run more miles than that in a single day. You remember the 667? I've done it. So I know it's possible, but I ran the heck out of my hours on that run. And I'm headed up into Pennsylvania. It's basically all interstate from here. Well, let's give it a look. Let's look at what we're dealing with here. Work. I'm out to 50 miles. So all of this is interstate. I'm basically, this is I-40 here. I've been running I-40 for a while. 65, I'm headed up 65 to Cincinnati. I think I get off 65 there and head up some other highway. Is that right? Oh, I had 71 somewhere. Either way, it's interstate most of the way up there until I get here to just south of Pittsburgh, where I'm not exactly sure where where I'm going to be. Because this is what the interstate looks like here. You can see it's a 2-lane, it's wide, yeah. Okay, well, here's what the interstate looks like normally. All the roads here, they're all labeled as to what they are. The thick ones, they are freeways, interstates or US highways or state highways that happen to have freeway, basically. It's basically freeway. Okay. These little ones are just not freeways. Anyway, this one coming up into here is US 19 and it is not freeway. So, I'm going to be on that from I-70 to I-376. That is what I'm most worried about. So, let's do a little deal here and see just how long of a stretch that is, because I can do that. Okay, let's set a marker here. We'll go add to active route before destinations. And then we'll go back up here. And we'll go back up to Pittsburgh. Because it's going to do all its stuff while I'm doing this. Here's I-70. Okay. And now we can come down here and I can click on this ramp 19B and do the same thing, add to active route before the Boulevard of the Allies. And with that, I will be able to find out the distance between the two. And we're still at 604 miles, obviously, but it is 563 miles to that off-ramp. So that's some interesting tidbit of information to begin with. Alright, so let's see. To that, only 23 miles. Whoa! Alright then, alright, we can work with that. 23 miles from the off-ramp to the interstate on the other side. That can't slow me down too much, can it? Actually, yes it can. Yes, it can. So, that's looking okay for me getting in there at a decent time and being able to bed down at that Lowe's in a single day from here. But we'll see how it goes. Right now, I'm staying here for tonight. I mean, I could have gone farther. I still have an hour and 7 minutes on my clock, as come to think of it. There's my log for the day. Yeah, same stuff, different day. I think what I'm gonna do right now though is get all these videos off the camera, because right now this camera has a 32 gig card in it and it's a little over a third used right now, so it keeps over buffering every single time I start a clip. It's driving me crazy. But the problem with that is, this is the drive I generally put all the videos on from my cameras, and yeah, I haven't deleted any footage since, well, let's see, all uploaded stuff. Let's see, there's the 2014 New Year project. There's my, oh yeah, there's my 1000 video, the one with all the cats in it. Yeah, the original files. I think I only kept the pictures. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's all the daily drives. I've kept all of them so far. And then there's, yeah, Vlog 91. I've got all the way back to Vlog 91 on here. Those were taken almost 2 years ago, and I still have the original video files. Yeah, I'm kind of wishing I'd kept all of the ones from the drive to Texas from Alaska, but unfortunately I didn't. But anyway, yeah, I've still got a whole bunch of videos on here, and yeah. So I've got these TV shows here too, and I'm gonna move them over to my movies drive, which has a whole crap load of movies on it that I ripped in about a weekend and a half. That's this little drive down here. It's 500 gigs. It'll handle it. I used to have that one hooked up to my Xbox 360, as you might remember, or maybe you won't, or I don't really care if you do or not. But I can move all of this, which is 136 gigabytes. So all of that can move over to the movies drive, and its current size available is 194 gig. And I don't really think I'm going to put too much more in the way of movies on it. Oh, I do need to rip a couple movies, but that'll come in some later date. There's a couple of movies that just came out recently I watched. There's Frozen, the Hunger Games 2, and there's a couple of them I've watched recently that I really liked and want to rip onto this hard drive so I can watch them anytime, but that'll come with time. I need to figure out my ripping computer right now is having issues of its own. Well, first the thing blew away a gig of its RAM, and now it intermittently doesn't want to boot, so yeah, I'm trying to figure what's going on with that. I mean, it is about 5.5 years old now. I mean, this laptop's 6 years old now. Crap. Yeah, because I bought this thing on the 15th of March 2008. Wow, I can't believe this thing has lasted 6 years. Ain't that sad? Anyway, I got my fan going over here. It's a little warm in here. I don't know what the temperature is, but inside the cab it is 85 degrees according to this thing, which, hey, it received another signal. 47 degrees somewhere. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna move all of this crap over, and then I'm gonna get all these clips off of this camera, which is now probably about overflowing for this daily vlog video. Oh, and there's one other thing too, but I'll make a different video for it. I'm out for the night.